come in and I'm like, hey, so and so called. You gonna give her a call back? And it was like, no, I'll wait. And I'm like, so. But we were having little, and so my personality changes. We started having some clashes, but ultimately things were leading up to this surprise that now I have to pretend that I'm surprised about because they felt the need to tell me because it ultimately could have probably ended in our demise of our relationship because of where things were going. He wasn't really good at holding it, and he wasn't really good at sort of smoothing the edges around surprise. There's ways that you can still answer a phone.
Boo, right. On that, boo, take it back. Don't want it. Right.
No. But see, there's ways. If you're aware, there's ways that you can still answer phone. And even if you gotta intercept the question and be like, oh no, Ty just was saying she's getting ready to leave, blah blah blah, whatever, just so that you can let the person that maybe you need to. I know, but I'm just saying, I am.
But you can't put that on him. Men. Bless them, Jesus.
They try.
We got some men in the room that speak on that. But they're also creatures of habit, though. So as a woman, when your man starts switching up, you are gonna question it, but they be trying, girl.
Speaking of
it was too different. A person. Yeah. So if something is totally outside of maybe just a little slide to the left, and okay, maybe there is something that's boiling. And maybe I just need to parlay, but it wasn't that. It was just like way too left. And I'm like, okay, hold on a second, And even my little guy was like, well, where is he going? Because things were becoming more suspicious than it was a natural change. I could understand if, let me run to the store, or I start talking to cousin so-and-so on the phone and then I take my conversation outside, but no, I'm finna go sit in the car. You're in the car for an hour or two chatting and it's just like,
With that being said, give it over to the girlfriends. We know what to do. You keep being who you are and we got it.
I like surprises. I do like surprises.
It's still his surprise.
It was just...
It's still his surprise, but...
The behavior has to...
Well, the thing... So... he was trying to surprise me with getting something that I would like. Although it was an epic fail. You can't surprise her. It was cool, I was like, oh, that was sweet, right? But my surprise topped his, but that wasn't my intent, right? When I gave it to him, though, he turned away from me, and I guess he had a moment, right? And of course, he was like, all right, I'll see you later, right? You touched him. I was like, I didn't know. I was just like, So then when I asked him, I was like, can you tell me what's going on? He was like, nobody ever gives me anything. So it was, and that was fine. But he chose to withdraw from me because the perception has always been, I guess, in his lifetime that a male crying is a sign of weakness. And I'm like, that's not realistic. I mean, that's inhumane. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's what humans do. They express whatever they're feeling. I was like, so I'm like, if you have the opportunity to have a safe environment to feel vulnerable in, which with me, I don't care who you are.
Right.
I mean, I know human. So the thing was, I know I don't come across as the most sensitive person. But I mean, it's just because I'm very logical, so I understand. You see what I'm saying? I understand you're gonna cry.
My question is, what if you create that environment for him?
We ain't known each other long enough for that.
But I'm just saying, what if you do and then he just becomes this emotional basket case?
Well, see, I'm a resolver though. You understand what I'm saying? Because see, you can't just be crying. You know what I mean? I need to know, like, what's still crying? You understand? Like, I need to, are we still crying for the same thing? Did we forget to uncover something? I mean, because at the end, I was basically telling him, I was like, fake don't survive around me because if I'm deep. You know what I mean? That's the term, deep. I'm deep. And of course, when you getting deep with anyone, it requires you to get naked too.
Yeah.
You can't get there, right? So, and I was like, and he's like, oh, crying again. And I was like, oh, did I say something wrong?
You don't
like,
woke
no,
him up,
right?
though.
Yeah. I was like,
My bad.
You don't know what to do.
so he was like, well, nobody's ever talked to me like this. I was like, well, you can't get this type of depth from shallow people.
Okay.
I was like, and most people stay on the surface because they're afraid to get naked too.
That's right.
I was like, I was born naked.